Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? As you see, we have the divination board out today. We're going to do a one question, one answer. We're tapping to all zodiac sign placements, okay? And we're starting off with the air sign placements. But before we do the divination, we're going to do 2 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold for 3 seconds. Let's breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. I'll give you a few moments to think of the question you would like to ask. Okay, and now we'll begin the divination. Okay, the consistency that I have collective is February, September, Virgo, Libra, Pisces, Aries, EF, Tuesday, yes, Friday, WX. The consistency that I have collective is February, Pisces, Aries, EF, Tuesday, yes, Friday, WX, Libra, Virgo in September. So take those answers in account according to the question that you've asked divination. Okay, we'll tap into the tarot from here. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Okay. We're going to start off with air sign placement, sun, moon, or rising, or any placement in your chart. Sun, moon, or rising, any placement in your chart. Air signs, air signs. Air signs, you could feel like you have a lot going on. Spirit is saying you don't have a lot going on. You just need to take your time. Get into the habit of being okay with slowing down, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's something you're doing with family, friends, in the community. I'm picking up someone who works for the community. Maybe you work for the city where you live. So Spirit is saying it may feel like it's overwhelming, but the truth is there's a need for you to just simply slow down and be patient with yourself. And even if it requires you maybe leaving your house an hour early or 30 minutes early, so you have more time in traffic or more time to get to your destination without being in a rush. Air signs, they want you to think of ways. They're saying little small things you can do in between time, the meantime, of whatever your daily routine is, and learn to just slow down. And as you move about, to be more centered and in alignment, air signs. Okay, we know air is a very powerful element. Air is utilized and needed and can be Very useful. Okay, it takes the wind, the air to move the leaves, from the ground. Okay, air can do a lot of things. Okay, such as the machine, like an air blower, is utilized to clean certain items as well. Okay, all right, and something about cleansing your aura as well, air signs. It doesn't matter what the weather is. Make sure that you remind yourself to step outside every now and then, even if it's cold. Spirit is saying for you to simply just buckle up. Okay, that's just a download that's coming through. Okay. So, air signs I have for you, it says dating and meeting someone new. So, possibly you are thinking about dating or you're dating, but it looks like you're going to be meeting someone new. Okay. So maybe you are someone who has been reserved, by choice. Not everyone is hyper focused on dating, and, you know, having an extremely active dating life. Everyone is different. There are some people who choose to pause sometimes in their life and not date for whatever reason, but it doesn't mean that a person is unattractive. It doesn't mean that they're sad or depressed. Some people actually choose to take a break from dating, take time to be with themselves, take time to heal themselves. There's many reasons. That's for someone who needs to hear why a person may not be dating. So you may be someone who has paused for a moment. You've been taking time to yourself, working on yourself, enhancing yourself, and you're ready to get back out there. You could be saying, you know what, I'm ready to start dating again. It's time to get back out and live life. And so you could be meeting someone new, or this could be on your mind and you're not planning on dating, but the moment it crosses your mind, Libra, you're going to be out and about doing your daily routine or mundane things, running errands. This could be taking your children to school. This could be like paying bills or shopping or something like that. And you're going to meet someone, and someone's going to cross your path. You're going to have a lot of like-minded energy. This is going to be someone that you're going to share laughter with. So this could be something as simple as maybe you're in line waiting to pay for your groceries, and someone says a funny joke, and from there, you begin to exchange conversation with each other, and you have some ha ha ha, while you both are waiting to cash out your merchandise or your food or whatever it is you're paying for. So this could be someone that you meet that is brand new, not online. I'm getting in person. I'm actually seeing someone out shopping or buying something, paying for something, and meeting someone, and having a lot of laughter and nice conversation with each other. Also, excuse me, maybe you could be somewhere where you're forced to wait for a period of times, something like the Secretary of State, maybe a place where you have to pull a number, wait till your number's called kind of energy. Maybe you end up waiting for a long time, and you know how you go somewhere and everybody's like, oh boy, we've been here a long time, and there's only one window open to service your needs. And in the midst of everyone being frustrated, you're going to make conversation, male or female, with someone, and you guys are just going to enjoy each other in that moment. And it may lead to you exchanging phone numbers and possibly dating this person. So, air signs, this reading here is talking about newness, new energy entering your life, air signs. Okay. Maybe you are someone who's come out of a relationship that with someone you've been with for a long time. Okay. That's for some of you, not all of you. Okay. So, what is it that the air placements need to know about this new energy, about their dating life here? What is it they need to know? Okay. Okay. So, very well. Okay. So, as we're closing out the 2025 and we're going into a new year, you can be prepared to meet new energy. Okay. Yeah. Starting off with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, like I said, some of you, so take parts of the reading that fit. Don't force anything to fit, okay? But for some of you, you have come out of a relationship, maybe in the past or most recently, or maybe your last relationship that you consider to be one. You were with this person for a very long time. You endured a lot in the relationship, okay? Ups and downs and turnarounds, but either way, you managed to persevere. The Nine of Wands is perseverance. This is someone who has endured a lot, but you did not allow those circumstances or situations to pull you into a dark space or place of life. You never gave up on yourself. You remain optimistic. And even though Spirit is saying you've had some trying times, when you were in the relationship, even when you left the relationship, and you could be someone who's still battling with a thing or two, okay? Not nothing dark and heavy, but a thing or two, but you're working on that, air signs, and you are persevering. You're rising above what you have experienced in the past when it comes to people that you have dated. You may have dated someone, could have been a high school sweetheart, and maybe you've ended up being with them for a long time because you thought they would be the one, and you found out that they weren't. Okay, so you could be overcoming that. That's for some of you, not all of you. Okay. And so you are choosing to allow a transformation to occur in your life. You're choosing to allow this newness, as it says, dating and meeting someone new. And the death card represents transformation. So you are allowing new energy into your life. You're not blocking off the opportunity or the idea of you meeting someone new. Very beautiful. Yeah, so you're not blocking off the idea. You're leaving your options open, and yeah, you're being courageous. Being courageous, being brave. And maybe it has been a long time. And when you haven't done something in a long time, with dating, with a lot of things, it takes time to get back in the mood, to get back in the groove. And it really doesn't. Sometimes it has something to do with insecurity, but really it doesn't, collective. Sometimes you can grow so accustomed to just having your peace, or having your silence, or having your daily routine of just doing you, where you can grow accustomed to that, and it becomes a habit. And it's like you have to let go, if you're willing to be open to letting new energy in your life. Because I'm picking up on this for someone. You could be someone who loves your alone time, meaning you don't see being alone as a negative. It's a positive for you. It's so much of a positive for you, collective, that people who know you know this about you. You're not someone to say, nobody's around me, or my phone is dry and all that. No, you're like, I love this, peace and quiet. You're someone, you're likely to start cleaning up, turning on music, get in the kitchen, fix a wonderful, healthy meal, and enjoy your day and enjoy your moment. You're someone who's very optimistic, very positive, and you have learned what holds value to you. And you know that you are the MVP. You understand that you are the most valuable player, and it's important to make sure that you are able to be with thyself, because we come in this world with ourselves and we perish with ourselves as well. Even though an essence, of our ancestors dwell within our DNA, but at the same token, you found a positive in your moments of solitude, or what people call being alone. But in actuality, we're not. None of us are really never alone. Even though there's no one, may not be no one in the physical. Everyone has someone by their side 24/7 in the spiritual. I'm just a firm believer of that. So, air signs, you are allowing this, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, you are allowing this newness into your life. So, you have grown so comfortable. So, it's not that you don't like people, it's not that you're angry. I'm picking up, it's cute though, and it's beautiful though. You have learned to, like, I'll go chop wood, I'll go out into nature, I'll watch a movie, I'll book a trip. You're also someone likely to travel out of town by yourself. You don't mind catching a flight. You don't mind booking a hotel and, like, I'll go enjoy this by myself. You could even be someone who often takes yourself out to dinner by yourself. And when I say out to dinner, I'm talking about somewhere nice. And I feel that's very beautiful. You're making me smile cheek to cheek here. Okay. Because it's a lot of beautiful energy here. It's not resentment, it's not bitterness. You have learned to love yourself. You're learning to love yourself wholeheartedly, without seeking validation, without needing a request for people to make you feel some kind of way. Your energy is like, look, I can get with this or get with that. You're good. You're good either way. If there's people in your life, cool, you're grateful. If there isn't, cool, you're grateful. And so I'm picking up on someone who's battling with that. Like, and you could have also, oh wow, you could have also went shopping and bought some clothes. Like you have a lot of things in your closet with tags on it, and a lot of people who know you may not even know. You've been actually been preparing yourself to get back out on the dating scene, okay? You could be someone recently divorced, or you could be going through a separation, male or female, but you love your alone time, okay? And so you could be reflecting or pondering, like, okay, if I'm going to start dating, that means I can't sleep in because if I get a boo thing, they're going to be waking me up talking about bacon and eggs. Okay, I love my alone time so much. I got my own things out on my grocery list. If I get a boo thing, I got to put their stuff on a grocery list. So you're considering air sign. This is fun. You're interested in dating. You're open and available, but the peace that you have found, you don't want to give your peace up. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's not negative at all, but it's genuine. You like, I like my peace. If I let somebody in, they better not ruin it or they got to go. With the Ace of Pentacles, yes, you have done a lot of healing work and you have forgiven yourself for any thing, you have taken accountability for any event or any actions that you have inflicted upon yourself. And the healing work has been done, and the forgiveness of yourself and others have been done. Even though you no longer deal with these people, it's still possible to forgive a person. It doesn't mean you have to interact with them because you forgive them. And so, because you have done this genuinely, you're not pump faking, you're not pretending. The universe and the divine has gifted you the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is ambition, prosperity, and opportunity. So there's consistent opportunities, air signs, that will be arriving in your life as you move forward. Opportunities of, employment, maybe growth. If you're looking for a job, that job opportunity you're desiring, they just may eventually reach out to you, um, as well as in your love life. It's going to enhance, it's going to increase. Your finances, you could see a surplus, you could witness an increase out of nowhere. Lots of prosperity and opportunity, but you have a very ambitious spirit, but it's in a positive way. It's not negative, it's not dark, but I really, somebody like, look, I don't mind dating. You could be telling a friend or a family a member this. Maybe somebody is trying to match make you, hook you up with someone, and you probably like, look, I don't mind. Okay, I go out on this date, but look, they better not interrupt my peace. I go on so and so on Tuesdays, and on Thursdays I do so and so. I like to sleep it. You don't want no one interrupting your schedule. That's hilarious. I cannot stop laughing. So, air signs, you could be someone with a sense of humor because I cannot stop laughing. You like comedy, you like to laugh, you make people laugh. You could often laugh at yourself as well, which is wonderful. You like, I don't mind. So, you'll be able to wear these beautiful clothes. You have bought nice clothes and shoes. You have everything that you need, air signs. You have bought some very beautiful pieces, very male or female. You're ready. You're not someone who needs to go and buy an outfit or some shoes. You've been preparing. You've been shopping and accumulating things and have not wore a thing. That's for some of you, not all of you. So take what resonates. So you'll be able to wear those clothes, okay? And I hope whoever you meet that you find your person and they don't interrupt your peace because the energy is strong. You're like, I don't mind, but the moment they interrupt the peace that I have found, the peace that I have worked for, the peace that I have earned, the peace that you has been given to me from the divine because I've earned it through sweat and tears, that's when they gotta go. So you know, and before I go forward, I must say, genuinely, maybe some of you can relate to what I'm about to say. Hopefully, all of you can. But when you really find peace in your life wholeheartedly, and when I say peace, I mean a peace that's saturated in gratitude. And, you don't want anyone ruining that for real, for real, for real. And the energy is here is you can come long as you adding peace to my peace. So I might make that the title. You're looking for somebody to add peace to your peace. And there are people out here, there's somebody for everybody, to match your fly of like-minded energy. But you're not for the games. You've been there, you've done that air sign, and you're just saying, I'm not for the games. All that playing, oh, I'm gonna wait to call you, and you're just not for it. You're just not for the game plan. Whatever the game is, you know about it. You've been there, done that, and I feel and I see it too. If anyone tries to meet you and play games with you, like, oh, I'm gonna make them wait. I'm gonna get them around my finger. That's the moment they're gonna lose you. They're gonna lose out on the air sign. So if you're dating an air sign, you better come correct or don't come at all, because they're not allowing the shenanigans in their life. They're not allowing you to play them. They're not allowing it. You're either interested or you're not. They're not about to do the game plan. They're not about to, like, real talk. Every time I'm around you, I'm gonna cut my ringer off. No, the air sign, every time they're around you, they're gonna leave their ringer on. If somebody called and if they feel they need to answer it, they're going to answer it. Meaning, I'm speaking to a group of air signs. You really about your business. You're like, what you see is what you get. Love me or leave me the hell alone. I have nothing to hide. I am an adult. We are doing adulting. I am an adult and we are doing adulting. So if there's nothing to hide, there's no reason for me to pump fake or present something that I am not. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Outstanding. Outstanding. One second. Excuse me for the shaking and the wobbling, but yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah. So if you're dating an air sign, you cannot interrupt their peace. If you're for them, you're for them. If you're not, basically, if they present to you that they're looking for something serious and you're not, then the air sign is not for you. So be direct with that. There's no sense of sticking around and thinking that the air sign is going to play games with you, because they're going to read you the moment that they meet you. Yeah, you can read people the moment that you meet them. And they're going to figure out, okay, is this person staying or going? What does this person want? Does their actions match their words? Yeah. Because there are some people who date and let you know, look, I'm not looking for nothing permanent. I'm not looking for nothing serious. Look, I'm just out to have a good time and whatever, whatever. So if that discussion is had and you're dating the air sign, make sure that you are considering whatever they are looking for. Make sure you are considering, is this something you really want? If you don't want what they want, then move on. There's no sense of leaving anyone waiting in the water. Air placements is over that part of life of playing games and pretending like you want somebody and you really don't. They're over that. And all that trying to make somebody jealous, oh, let me make them think that somebody else want me. They're over all that. I'm trying to tell you that they're over it. This is what it is. Time in life has allowed air placements to gain a lot of wisdom. And as you see, those shades are on the tip of her nose. And you know exactly what that means. I see you, all of you. And even though everything may not be verbally distributed or communicated from an air sign, does not mean that they're not aware of who you are or what's taking place. Okay? The high priestess is not a chatty patty, knows what to share, what not to share, knows what to keep on reserve. And so exactly, this is with the air signs, This is the energy they're in. The Nine of Wands and High Priestess. This is healing energy. They've been there and done that. Been there and done that. Okay, time and time again. So don't waste their time and don't waste your time. Okay. This is a very mature energy, regardless of age. Um, this is an energy that is very wise, very wise. Basically, they've been through some things and they've learned the lesson. They found the light in the dark situations. They're not repeating the cycle. They're closing out karmic cycles and moving forward repetitively. So basically, they understand the assignment. They're executing. They're just keeping it popping and keeping it moving. Okay, that didn't work. Next, and that didn't work. Next, okay, what else you got for me, spirit? That didn't work. And they're passing. This is the school of life. We're here to learn. Even the most uncomfortable and impactful situations, no matter what your zodiac sign is, we all are here on planet Earth to learn and grow. We're not. Let me watch what I say. We're supposed to learn and grow. I had to catch myself. Okay, to each his own. People do what they want. There are people who stay in relationships and cycles that are unhealthy because they feel they're going to get a brownie point or a gold star, but no, it's not happening. We're here to learn and grow and move on. Okay. There's no reward. There's no reward in staying in any unhealthy commitment or relationship, marriage, dating, friendship, family members, best friend, staying in any relationship or connection that is unhealthy for you. You are not going to be rewarded because you have chosen to stay. You are not going to be rewarded. There are some people who feel they're going to get brownie points or a gold star for staying in a karmic cycle. I know it's like a rude awakening at this moment as I speak, but it's the truth and it's the message. And the divine wants me to say it. I surprise myself too. But even, if you were told these things, or if this is a belief system, you're going to be punished. You can't leave that unhealthy. That's all a lie. You are to save yourself. You know what needs to be done. Oftentimes, we all know what needs to be done if we're in any kind of dilemma. It's about if we're willing to do the work to execute the process and create the progress in our life. That's what it's about. But there is no gold star. They're telling me to repeat it or brownie points coming to you for staying in an unhealthy connection, even if it's a business partnership. There's no sense of complaining. You're either staying or you're going. Yeah. That's for somebody who need to hear it. Look how the tone changed. The ancestors are speaking. There's someone who's watching or going to see this message, and they need to know that you are not getting rewarded for sacrificing yourself. It's okay to release. It's okay to start over. Age has nothing to do with it. Age has nothing to do with it. I don't care who you are. I'm pretty sure you at least want a little bit of happiness and peace before you perish from planet Earth. You do not want to transition with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory on your spirit. I wonder what my life would have been like if I would have believed in myself. I wonder what my life would have been like if I really would have trusted in the Christ within. Ashe. Ashe. I wonder what life would be like if I really chose to love myself. Because when I love myself, it will reflect, and I can naturally, when I love myself, it will reflect on the outside, and I can naturally magnetize the right people into my life. Not saying life is going to be perfect because we all are here to learn. But I can at least expect some kind of positive outcome somewhere, even if it's a little bit. Self-love and self-preservation is key. That's what gives you longevity. That's what keeps you around. That's what fills your cup. Okay? Okay. Yeah, so lovers, new love entering your life. This is what's happening for the air signs, okay? new energy. Did you see the doors open? It's kind of murky there, but there's a car door open. There's a couple hugging each other. Excitement, happy to see each other. That kind of energy, your heart gets to beating when they walk into the room. You finish each other's sentences. And for some of you, it's going to be the kind of companionship or love interest that you thought you would never ever experience again. Maybe the last relationship, maybe you thought, you were so in love with that person and they disappointed you. Maybe you thought it wasn't possible to meet someone to make you fall deeply in love, with them, with the connection to them. But it's going to feel, like unexpectedly something you've never felt before, okay? But make sure that you're always loving thyself first. The more you love you, the more you can attract the right people, places, and things to you, okay? It's like bees to honey, flies to bees to honey, or flies to poop. Like attracts like. Okay? hmm Yeah, yeah. And so taking care of yourself and being in high vibration and doing your best, it's not about materialism. It's not about how much money you have. It's about just being grateful and thankful and just each and every day doing your best to give yourself the best. That's in thought, that's in your prayer, your meditation, whatever you do. All are welcome on this channel. But actually applying and making the initiative to love yourself. Having pity on yourself, that doesn't work. Walking around with your head down, that doesn't work. Feeling like, oh, I stayed in that connection a lot of years, I'm going to get a gold star. That's far from the truth. There are a lot of people who tell you, yeah, that is not true. There are some people who stayed in some connections and there was no reward, and they'll let you know, look, there is no reward. I have sacrificed it a lot of time. There are people here on planet Earth. You may know some people who will tell you that is so true. You are not getting no reward. The reward is for you to learn when it's time to go and stop leaving the door open so you can just be like, okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Because the momentum of the darkness in that connection will only expand. The momentum of it will only expand, it will only widen, or it's not going to get any better, okay? Because you're sending out the signal that this is what you like, that you're comfortable with maybe someone disrespecting you, mistreating you, cheating on you, not being honest. You're sending out the signal. It's not so much of what they're doing. Yes, it may not be right, but it's the signal. It's your response. So the next time, or if, I don't want to, excuse me, I'll take that back. Not the next time, I don't want to project that to you, collective. But if ever you experience someone treating you or giving you a sensation that you feel is just not for your well-being, well, you respond, because every action does get a reaction. You respond with an action that lets them know that, excuse me, you got the wrong street and address. We don't do that over here. You respond with that. And a lot of times it ain't even got to be verbally. Like a good example, you get back on a dating scene, you date someone, you go out on a couple of dates, then or the first date, and you find out this person is arrogant or haughty, and during the conversation, the entire night, they're leading the conversation with sexual topics. Oh, your breast looks like this. Oh, which way you like it, and what's your favorite style? You know immediately what your response should be. It doesn't have to be anger or hostility. Either call you an Uber or call you a ride or go to your ride, and tell them bye. You don't even need a conversation. When you get presented with the disrespect in a connection, spirit is saying, just meet it with the reciprocal of what they're dishing out. And that way you send out the signal that you're ready to magnetize the right energy, because you're done with the Five of Pentacles energy. You're done with feeling like you're sad and left out in the cold. This is the past. This is old. Air signs aren't tolerating this. They've been there, done that. Okay. Maybe someone is a dog lover. Maybe you have two pit bulls. Okay. Or two bullies. Okay. Bullies. Okay. Okay, a cane corso. Okay, well, that's a beautiful dog. All dogs are beautiful, but either way, maybe you are a dog lover, okay, or maybe your ex was a dog lover, okay. All right, but either way, that's all. When somebody presents you, even in friendships, look, with some energy you don't like, you throw back the reciprocal and let them know, not right here. Nah, you got the wrong one, baby. But air signs, it looks like you can expect new love, interest, and Spirit is saying have fun doing this. Also, it doesn't mean that to each his own. You can do what you want to do. It doesn't mean you got to have a sexual encounter with everyone that you're dating. Date many if you need to. Take your time. Don't rush. That doesn't mean you're intimate with them. If people think that, let them think what they want. It gives them something to do. But have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Be honest. Be safe while dating these people. Some people do dating apps. Some people do it the old fashioned way. They allow themselves to meet people in person. But Spirit is saying to take your time and enjoy yourself. But there is a new love interest that is being orchestrated, to be in your life so that you can experience love if this is something that you want into your life. Now, if you're someone watching, you're saying, well, I'm not interested. I'm interested in friends. That's okay. It isn't the end all be all. You're not going to be loved any less because you say, look, no, I don't want a connection right now. Okay. I'm also picking up someone may be celibate. Maybe you're not interested in that. You've chosen to be celibate. Yes, there are people who actually practice celibacy. It's not a hard thing. The only thing is difficult is what you tell yourself is difficult. Okay. All right. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's for somebody who needs to hear that. So don't be so hard on yourself. It's no pressure, air signs. All right. So this concludes the read. Later.